Russian war correspondents claim that Ukrainian forces are advancing in the area of Varachino and Yunakovka. At the same time, Putin's army is reported to be advancing in the area of Miropolye, Andreyevka and Yunakovka. Analysts from the Institute for the Study of War have reported on the situation in the Sumy region. Recently, Putin's army attacked the Ukrainian Armed Forces positions in the areas of Novonikolaevka, Yunakovka and Varachino. Z Publics write that in turn, the Ukrainian Armed Forces carried out counterattacks in the area of Kondratovka and Konstantinovka. The press service of the Russian Defense Ministry reported on a strike by Geran 2 drones on the temporary deployment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in Zvinovo. Russian war correspondents note that the commander of the 5th Battalion of the 106th Airborne Division, operating in the Sudaki area, shows a lack of initiative and is unable to adequately respond to critical situations, such as the intensive mining of Sadki by Ukrainian troops, which hinders the advance of Russian forces, which is why the 5th Battalion regularly exchanges friendly fire with units of the 1182nd Artillery Regiment of the 810th Marine Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces. The following units of the Russian Armed Forces are also located on this section of the front: drone operators of the 83rd Airborne Brigade, the 40th Marine Brigade, the 1443rd Motorized Rifle Regiment, and the 18th Motorized Rifle Division. Recall, Ukraine has liberated the village of Kondratovka in the northern Sumy region. The operation was carried out by military units and formations of the Ukrainian Armed Forces operating under the Kursk Group of Forces. Soldiers from the Alliance Division, Assault Battalion of the 225th Separate Assault Regiment spearheaded the liberation effort. Kondratovka has been liberated by military units and subdivisions of the Defense Forces of Ukraine, which are part of the Kursk Group of Forces, as well as by forces and resources under the command of the senior officer, the Armed Forces stated. Stabilization measures are currently underway in the liberated settlement. They added, earlier, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Alexander Syrsky, declared that Ukraine will no longer rely solely on static defense, but will integrate active defense with targeted counterattacks and scale up dedicated assault formations with plans to broaden these units as implementation allows.
On the night of July 29th, explosions were heard in Russia's Rostov region. Drones struck the railway station in the city of Salsk, where a fire broke out. Russian media and the acting governor of the Rostov region, Yuri Slusar, reported the information. According to him, a passenger train was moved to a safe distance. Preliminary reports indicate there are no casualties or injuries. The head of the Rostov region added that in the city, a house and a car were damaged at different addresses. According to Russian telegram channels, about 5 to 7 explosions occurred in Salsk. After that, eyewitnesses reported a fire in the area of the local railway station. Later, the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation, Andrey Kovalenko, confirmed the attack on the railway and a certain resource base of the Russians in the city of Salsk, Rostov region. He stated that there is a logistics hub there for transferring resources, fuel, ammunition, and other cargo to the front in the Donetsk region, as well as south to the temporarily occupied Crimea and Zaporizhia region. The railway is the artery of war. Without logistics, the speed of the Russian army's actions at the front slows down, emphasized the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry reports the downing of 74 drones over 5 regions. According to them, 43 UAVs were shot down over Bryansk region, 22 over Rostov region, 6 drones were allegedly destroyed over Kaluga region, 2 more over Smolensk region, and 1 drone over Leningrad region. According to Kiev Post, Ukrainian drones have been targeting rail infrastructure in southern Russia more frequently in recent weeks. On July 25, drones struck rail stations in Rostov and Krasnodar regions, delaying over 20 passenger trains. On July 21, a drone hit Kamenolomny station in Rostov, causing a fire and delaying 26 trains. The worst disruption came on July 19, when drone debris damaged power lines between Lakaya and Zamkolovo. Over 130 trains were delayed, some by up to 15 hours. The drone attacks appear to be aimed at disrupting Russia's military logistics and transportation systems. Russia's southern railway lines are known to be used for moving troops and equipment, especially toward occupied parts of Ukraine. For the first time, Ukraine's security service has released footage showing the successful interception of a Russian Orion reconnaissance strike UAV using an FPV drone. The incident marks the largest aerial target confirmed to have been intercepted by Ukraine's drone-based air defense system. According to the SBU, the operation was carried out by operators from the Alpha Center for Special Operations. The Orion, a medium-altitude, long-endurance UAV capable of carrying precision-guided munitions, was reportedly returning from a combat mission over Ukrainian territory when it was targeted. The Ukrainian drone struck the nose section of the Orion, an area housing its control and communication systems, likely causing critical damage. While the footage shows the impact, there is no independent confirmation of the full destruction of the drone. However, the SBU states that even a small interceptor is capable of disabling such systems if it strikes vital components. In addition to the Orion, the same unit previously reported intercepting 2 Russian Forpostar UAVs equipped for strike missions. These incidents, according to open sources, were recorded in late June. The SBU also released a broader 2-week operational summary, stating that its Alpha unit had targeted and struck a range of Russian military assets using strike drones and other weapons systems. The reported results include 16 tanks, 21 armored vehicles, 75 artillery systems and MLRS, 22 air defense systems, 17 electronic warfare and intelligence assets, 577 vehicles, 80 drones and 308 communication antennas, 789 fortified positions, 15 ammunition depots and 7 fuel depots. The Orion, developed by Russia's Kronstadt Group, is a MiL-class UAV with a wingspan of 16.3 meters and a length of 8 meters. It has a maximum takeoff weight of approximately 1 ton and is capable of carrying up to 200 kilograms of payload. The aircraft can remain airborne for up to 30 hours at altitudes reaching 8,000 meters, with a combat radius of around 250 kilometers.